Today on Rappler. President Marcos signs the Magna Carta for seafarers into law that includes a contentious provision on execution bonds. Vice President Sara Duterte snubs the House of Representatives once again, but this time on the plenary floor. The Philippines votes in favor of a United Nations resolution demanding that Israel end its occupation of Palestine. Ukraine bans the use of Telegram messaging app on official devices out of fears of Russian spying. And Russian Swifties hurdle great challenges just to see Taylor Swift live as she tours Europe. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. signs into law the Magna Carta for seafarers, which contains the controversial execution bond. The law aims to protect the rights and welfare of Filipino seafarers around the world. The law covers various seafarer rights from fair working conditions, right to self-organization and collective bargaining, and protection against discrimination, among others. It also contains provisions for women seafarers, including protection from gender-based discrimination. The third bicameral version, which Marcos signed, has the contentious provision on execution bonds, which rights groups say benefit ship owners and manning agencies. Under the provision, in monetary disputes, undisputed amounts in damages will only be awarded once the decision is final. During the appeal period, seafarers must post an execution bond, which will only be reimbursed if they win the case. The concerned seafarers of the Philippines vowed to continue to fight the execution bond. Vice President Sara Duterte skips the House plenary debates on her funding request for 2025, Monday, September 23. This is the second time she snubbed congressional budget deliberations for her office. Social media posts indicate Duterte was in Daet Camarines Norte on Monday. Minority Leader Marcelino Libanan says the majority will not push through with the debates unless the OVP sends an authorized representative. In 2022 and 2023, Duterte personally graced the budget debates in the House plenary. As of 6 p.m., Duterte or any OVP official have yet to appear before the House plenary. The Philippines votes in favor of a United Nations General Assembly resolution demanding that Israel end its occupation in Palestine not later than September 2025. 124 out of the 193 member states vote in favor of the resolution. Israel, the United States, and 12 others voted against, while Ukraine, which faces threats from Russia, abstained along with 42 others. The Assembly also adopted the International Court of Justice's advisory opinion on the legal consequences of Israel's occupation of Palestine. The UNGA also demands that Israel fulfill its obligations under international law. These are some of the recommendations. In May, a resolution backing Palestine's bid to become a full UN member was adopted. Meantime, Israeli forces raid Al Jazeera's West Bank bureau after issuing a military order to shut down operations. Israeli forces confiscated the bureau's cameras before leaving. Ukraine bans the Telegram messaging app on official devices used by government officials, military personnel, and critical workers, as it believes Russia can spy on both messages and users. The National Security and Defense Council announces the restrictions after its intelligence agency presented the council with evidence of Russia's ability to access Telegram messages, including deleted ones, as well as users' personal data. After the decision was announced, Telegram issued a statement saying it had never disclosed anyone's data or the contents of any message. Telegram is heavily used in both Ukraine and Russia and has become a critical source of information since the Russian invasion of Ukraine in February 2022. Telemetrio data says about 33,000 Telegram channels are active in Ukraine. Ukrainian media estimates 75% of Ukrainians use the app for communication, while 72% see it as a key source of information. Geopolitical tensions are forcing Russian Swifties to hurdle great challenges just to see Taylor Swift live as she tours other countries in Europe. Reuters spoke to a number of Swift fans from Russia who say they've had to apply for multiple visas and book just as many flights. This is to circumvent restrictions imposed by Western countries that have shunned Russia ever since it invaded Ukraine in February 2022. Some Swift fans report flying to third-party countries like Greece or Italy, then transferring to the country where there's a stop on Swift's Eras concert tour. One 22-year-old Russian fan says he paid the equivalent of $3,200 for a full-on European trip to catch the show in Germany. Fans are also finding what they call workarounds to access Swift's music and other content, as platforms like Apple Music and Spotify have pulled out of Russia because of geopolitics. And that's today's wrap. I'm Kara Oliver. Thank you for watching. Click the link below for the full story. Follow us on Rappler's YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok.